this, man. Sit down over here. Make it a bit more.
All right. So here we are. We're inside the control room with Gilbert Velasquez, and this is Velasquez Music. And like we talked before a little bit, that some of the stuff that you've done in here. And so this is where you do all your work. This is where you spend. I just heard you say like 6-7 days a week. Like how many hours a day?
I'm here a good 10 hours a day, man. I'm really blessed. I have a lot of work. I'm real passionate about my work. I'm real dedicated, and it pays off, man. You know, stick to it. It's.
So this is your office right here.
This
then.
is it, man.
This is where you do all your work.
Yeah.
And
I spend more time here than I do at home.
And this is where the end product is, like from my radio station in Tucson, where the people hear all the great music that comes out of here.
Yeah, this is it.
And you do a great job, and I just got to tell you that right now, you know. And,
Let me show you something here.
okay.
You know, down through the years, I've had different people help me out. You know, it's not all about me. I've had different people come through my doors here, man, that have worked with me on keyboards. You know, I don't do all the arrangements myself. I always collaborate with somebody else. You know, and this guy Jerry De La Rosa, dear friend of mine. You know, when we were here working, you know, he was going through his diabetes thing, and one day they finally amputated his toe, you know, part of his foot, whatever. But he came over here with that hospital thing, you know. And
the hospital
says,
band, yeah.
Say this, man. So you don't remember?
Oh wow.
Me. Well, you know, poor guy. You know, a year later he dies. So I found this, and my wife said, "Hey, you better hang that there because this was Jerry's spot."
This was Jerry's spot.
Yeah.
Now, just for the sake of some of our listeners who maybe are not familiar with Jerry De La Rosa, tell them a little bit about him.
He used to play with Gary Hobbs, and back about 90, somewhere around there, you know. He was always calling me, "Hey, Gilbert, you know, I can do that, man. Help me out, man. I want to move to San Antonio." He's from Laredo. "I want to move to San Antonio. I want to get involved. I want to do this and that." So I was recording Gary, you know, Jerry was in and out of the studio. So I gave him a chance, you know, we started working on some material. I forget which David Modest album it was back then that he me and him put together there. That was 89, 90, I forget the year. But, you know, after that, you know, when when Jay left David Lee's band, you know, Jerry was already there with me in the studio, so it was very easy to get him and Chente to put the band together, and that's where we started, man. But Jerry used to help me for a number of years there, till he passed on a couple of years ago.
So he was a keyboard player extraordinaire.
Yeah, you know, he did a lot of work for me.
And
those years, you know.
okay,
He's not the only one though, you know. All due, you know, credit goes to Joel Guzman, helped me out for a long time. Now Mario Ortiz, he plays with Jay. He does a lot of the work for me here. He's kind of like my right-hand man here right now. You know,
all right.
doing a good job. He's been here, at least 5 years, something like that.
And so if
he
somebody
has Studio B up in the front.
okay, so if somebody comes in here like with a raw song, do you help them? Will you help them put it together? Will you help them with the
Yeah, I
arrangement?
had a band here called the Matadors. I believe they're from Abilene, Odessa, up that area. And those are young guys, and they're a really good band, you know, and they came in to record, and their music was maybe a little bit too busy, you know, but I was able to help them, and I think they got a very good CD. You'd be looking for it.
Okay,
Matadors.
The Matadors. And I don't know what else to ask you except that tell me again where people can get a hold of you if they want and get the expert advice of.
You can call me at 210-472-3067, and the website is velasquezmusic.com, or you can email me, gilbert@velasquezmusic.com.
Okay, Gilbert, I appreciate your time today, and we're going to be at the Fanfare. We're going to be doing a lot of videos, but they can watch this at thehano1600.com. Thanks.
Okay,